we are starting today off on a little bit more of a somber note, unfortunately. In the last episode, if you saw it, unfortunately, we had a death. It was the death of a father, of a son, our wonderful and beautiful Jiro. Unfortunately, he suffocated in the side of a wall. Today, I'd like to pay respects to Jiro and thank him for his service. And not only that, but his willingness to participate in my project here in this beautiful new land. Thank you, and may you rest in peace. Alright everyone, now that we have paid our respects to Jiro, may he rest in peace. Welcome back to another episode. My name is Anavarix, and at the beginning of the episode you may have noticed that I transformed a skeleton spawner into an XP farm. So that is what this area is right here. Now unfortunately the spawner is very close to the surface, like it's literally this one block here. Underneath this one block there is the room for the skeleton spawner, so it is very, very close to the surface. So unfortunately I've got this massive cobblestone pillar sticking out of the ground, and I'd actually like to start covering this up today with the build that this episode is going to be focused on. So the path kind of diverts right here, so that goes off into the start of our village, and then this sort of comes off in this direction down to where the skeleton spawner is. So I've got these kind of wall blocks right here. I'm thinking about putting in a gate. I may put in a Tory gate. I haven't decided yet, and I haven't tested any kind of like designs out or anything like that. And then we sort of come into this area and there's our little gravestone, and I'd actually like to turn most of this area into a kind of graveyard type feel. It is a skeleton spawner after all, and you know, obviously skeletons are not alive. But yeah, it is getting night time, so I'm just going to go to bed real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've brought in an extra bed just to make it a little bit easier over here. And let's just plonk this down actually up here, and then I'll explain a little bit about what I'm going to be building here. So there's my bed. Let's just set my spawn point might as well. So this little bit here, this is actually the drop chute down and the bubble column to get back up. So that's the kind of entrance and exit to the spawner right there, and it's really very basic down here. There's not much going on. I haven't really done much. So there's the spawner just in there. And yeah, it's just very basic right here. I've just got a little drop chute. That's where the skeletons drop down, and I can just hit them with my sword. And then I've got a hopper running into a chest right there. So this is very basic down here. I do want to come in and maybe change this out to something that is a little bit nicer later on. But first I'd like to get this structure built around this massive pillar sticking up out of the ground, because it does look rather ugly right now. So I've kind of built this kind of foundation layer already, and I'm actually going to be building a pagoda today, and I've never actually built a pagoda, so this is actually going to be really interesting. And I kind of put these two sort of lanterns outside. I really like them. I tried some other designs where they are like a little bit taller and they look more like a traditional sort of stone lantern, but I just felt like the light source was like a little bit too high. It was like up here and it just didn't feel right. So I kind of made these, and yeah, they're a little bit smaller, but I really like them. So that's what's going on here, and I do actually need to come back and put some buttons on the bottom here and also on these top slabs, because that's what I did in my design and it looked really cool. And then just on this side we have the memorial to Jiro, the villager that died in the Nether. He was the second villager that we ever captured to be our workers. So yeah, he died unfortunately, so I've made a little memorial for him. So yeah, the death of Jiro actually inspired me to create a kind of a graveyard, and I was thinking, well, where would I even put a graveyard? And then I thought, oh, well, I've got that skeleton spawner. It's really close to the surface. I guess I could build like an entire sort of graveyard around by the skeleton spawner. So that's what inspired this entire area, which I thought was really cool. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Hopefully we can get it all finished. But let's actually start building the pagoda. I've already laid out a few blocks already, so these are going to be like the corners of the pagoda. And this is the kind of build palette that I'm going to be going with. So I've got stripped dark oak logs, a red terracotta, white terracotta, and I'm also going to be using spruce slabs for the like roofs, and also some more details on the building as well as a little bit of oak wood. So I did go ahead and collect up a bunch of materials. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be enough, but I'm going to get as far as I can with all of this. Right, so let's actually start building this. So I'm going to start filling in the rest of this wall here because I'm not entirely sure how I want it to look. So I guess I could do another white and then another red here, like so, because then that'll be kind of in line with this staircase then. Yeah, I think that's going to look good. All right, so I brought that up another one right now. And what I think I'm going to do is actually come across the top all the way along with red terracotta. I really wish I had some bamboo. Getting up and down with this dirt is going to get very boring very quickly. So can I reach? Yes, perfect. Okay. All right, yeah, I'm liking that so far. So I'm just going to fill in this section as well. So let's just go ahead and make a bunch of slabs and try and get the start of this first wall completed, and then we can sort of work from there. So what I'm going to do is start doing the roof, and I think it's probably going to start on this block right here. So this is going to be kind of like a little lip that is underneath. So I've got that bit in there, so let's just get up on the top so I can put in the rest. Okay, so then this is going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Let's try it with 4. Yeah, okay, 4 does seem like a good amount. Okay, so now that bit's done, I'm actually just going to find the center point right here and just get rid of that slab right underneath it, like that. So it kind of like dips up in the middle right here. And then I need to come in behind it like so and go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, probably like so, and then bring this out 3 as well. And then what I want to do is do the same thing but a block higher on the back. So this is all going to come in like so, and then this is just going to be a block higher here and then a block higher on this bit like so, and then this bit is actually going to be a little bit wider, so it's going to be like that big. And then on the back side here I'm going to be putting red concrete, or red terracotta, sorry, just on the back bit like so, and then all of this is just going to be white. For now I am going to come back in and sort of change this later on. I just want to try and get this roof bit figured out first. Okay, so I think I'm just going to get rid of these corner bits here and put another red terracotta, because there's going to be like a fence in front of it, like on this bit, on these 2 bits, and I think that is going to be breaking that up just a little bit. Okay, so I've tinkered around with this like roof bit here. I did extend the red concrete out another one so it matches up with this, and then the roof goes all the way to where the dark oak beams are. And yeah, I do need to start working on this kind of like corner section. So what I'm going to do is come out 2 like that, and then I'm going to go up 2. I guess I could use that leaf like so, and I think I'm going to do that once more like that. but then this one is going to come out. So these two would also be the corner bit for that bit, I think. Alright, so I'm just going to go down to the ground and have a look what this looks like now. I need to get rid of all this dirt. Like, this is my scaffolding right now. I really need to get more string. I've only got like 6 pieces or something like that, so I can't really make a whole lot of scaffolding, unfortunately. So I've just not bothered. I've not actually found that many spiders, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, I'm just using dirt as my like scaffolding at the moment. So let's just have a look at this now. Okay, I think with all of the other details in, it's probably going to look a lot better, and that tree is kind of obscuring the view a little bit. So I'm just going to get rid of this tree. Okay, everyone, so I've kind of built up a little bit more of the wall now, and it is looking a little bit weird at the moment, particularly like these corner sections definitely look a little bit odd. But I think once I've wrapped it around the other sides of the building, it's probably going to look a lot better. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just repeat all of this on the other sides of the building, and then we can kind of have a look at it from like different angles, because at the moment I haven't done anything on this side. So if I like come and stand over here, it's just basically just this front facade at the moment. And I did actually build up a little bit more of the wall as well. So I built up this section as well. And this bit is going to be repeated maybe once more, or maybe even twice. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to fill in the rest of the walls first, and then I can decide on that later. But yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like so far. Alright everyone, so I actually have put in the other roof now. I've done it all the way around, and it is looking a lot better, but I think what the problem is, the corners feel a little bit too steep and not as smooth. Like, it's not like a smooth line, it's kind of like just up in a point right on the ends. So I am going to go ahead and tweak that, and as you can see, we've got a lovely lead salesman over there. So yeah, I'm going to go and buy some leads from this guy. Alright everyone, so I've tinkered around with it just a little bit. So I've kind of just made these two sections here a little bit thicker. So this section, and all I did was just add a slab on the inside. So if you look at the top one, you can see how it looks different. So there's not a slab like right there, and there's not a slab right there. So I'm going to be doing the same thing up there that I've done down here. And I did also take out a slab which was there in front of the terracotta on the corners, but I actually don't like it, so I'm going to put them back. But yeah, I think it looks a lot better now that I've got in like all of this top roof and this bottom bit, and I've tinkered around with it a little bit. So I'm going to be going with this design that I've got like right here, and I'm going to do that bit on this top bit, and then I'm going to do another like one of these roofs on top of this bit of terracotta. Then I'm going to go up another set of terracotta, and then I'm going to put on the final roof. So I'm just going to go ahead and get in this other roof like right here and the terracotta, and then I'll be back and we can start working on the final roof. Okay everyone, so I did actually finish up the build. I did actually put on the roof. I was going to record putting the roof on, but I just didn't. So I did put the roof on as well. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see when you're kind of on the ground. What I might do is just grab some, I have a little bit of dirt. See if you can sort of like peel it up and have a look at it. So if I just sort of stand here and kind of just pillar my way up, hopefully we can get a little bit of a better angle. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So this is what it looks like from like afar. And I have just noticed I've missed a corner piece right on the end there. I will go ahead and fix that in a moment. But yeah, it's completely done now. The outside, I've put all the details on as well. So as you can see, I've got lots of fences and lots of these are like oak trapdoors. And yeah, I've got a couple of anvils up there, hopper, and then a iron fence gate just on the top, just to give that a little bit more height and make it sort of like stick out a little bit more. But yeah, it's all completely finished now, and I really like it. I'm really happy. As like a first attempt at building a pagoda, I think it's gone really well. And I haven't really done anything on the inside either, so I'll just go in and show you quickly because I did change it up a little bit, but I haven't done like a huge amount. So just as you enter, like I had this cobblestone, it was sort of sticking out this way, and it was kind of in the way, and you could sort of see if you were standing outside, you could just see this massive cobblestone pillar, and I really didn't like it. So I've kind of put it over in this direction, so all the mobs fall sort of like down this way now. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to come in and sort of fill all of this in and kind of like block this bit off, and then just put a straight wall here to block off this little bit back here. Or what I may do actually instead is like put some chests here or some kind of storage or something. I haven't really decided yet. And then all the way up the top on like one floor up there, I'm not going to put all floors in. I think I'm just going to have this like ground floor and then just one floor up there, and I'm going to make a bubble column to get all the way up there. So these are the bubble columns to kind of get down to the skeleton spawner and then get back up. And I'm thinking about putting another 2 columns, like one here and like one here, to get all the way up to the top. And what I'm thinking is actually moving the enchanting setup over here into this building, because when I'm down there getting all my XP, I can then just stay in the same building, go all the way up and spend all of my levels. So that way I don't have to go all the way back to my house and keep like coming backwards and forwards. So that's what I'm thinking to do up there, and I'm probably just going to have the one floor. I don't really feel like I want to decorate a whole bunch of floors. This building is pretty much just for the skeleton spawner essentially. It was just because I just didn't want this ugly like cobblestone pillar sticking up out the ground. So I built this whole building around it, and now I just need to find things to put in. But yeah, I definitely want the enchanting setup over here. So this is the drop chute down. I am going to be changing all of the blocks out so it looks a little bit nicer. And then I've kind of made this look a little bit different. So all the skeletons now just drop down into like this little area here, and I can just stand just around this kind of general area, killing them all. And then this is like the chest that collects all of the things. I've just got some other junk in there at the moment. And then this leads off into like a little cave system, but I'm going to be blocking this off. I'm going to be perhaps like digging the wall back. I'm going to be like digging the wall back. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go, but definitely a couple of blocks. And I'm going to have like all of my storage here. And I would also like to build a kind of bin. So all of the like junk items that I have, I can just put them in a chest, and then they just like get shot out of a like dispenser into some lava or something like that. So I am going to be building that around here as well. I'm not entirely sure where that's going to go. I was thinking maybe like in this little area, and I can have my little junk chest right here next to this chest. And yeah, all of these other chests here are going to store all of like the bones and all of the arrows and things like that that I want to keep. So yeah, this is like the skeleton XP farm so far, and it has been working out well. I did manage to get my levels back up to level 31, and not only that, but oh, do you have thorns? I think one of them had thorns. And yeah, I did actually get some other levels as well that I've already spent. And I have been trying to enchant some of my items. So I actually did get another pickaxe with silk touch on, unbreaking and efficiency. So that is now replaced the one that I lost in the last episode. So that's really good. And I also made myself some diamond armor, and I have been enchanting that as well. Now they aren't like really great enchants, they're just basic so far. So if I just move some stuff off of my hotbar, I can kind of take these off and show you. So leggings, I think this is blast protection. Yeah, blast protection and unbreaking. Boots, I've got depth strider 3, which is pretty decent but not exactly the best. Chest piece, I've got protection, and the helmet so far I don't have anything on there. In this barrel here I've got some other random bits that I've got. So This is the original fortune pickaxe, the very first one that I enchanted. So I'd really like to keep that one and try not to lose it. But I've got another silk touch and efficiency. So I've been using this one because it's got the unbreaking on as well. So I've now got two silk touch pickaxes, which is like really great. An efficiency, unbreaking, shovel, looting three swords, and an efficiency, unbreaking axe as well. And then I've got a fortune 2 unbreaking diamond pickaxe, and then just some random bows that have some like decent kind of enchantments on, and I'm gonna try and combine those all together at some point. So yeah, that is pretty much what I've been doing since I've built the XP farm. I've just been gathering up some XP and enchanting my gear, and then obviously I've built this building around it. But now I think the main objective is to try and make this area look a whole lot nicer. As you can see, I've kind of like made the path come out this way, and it sort of stops here, and there's just a normal path block. So I really want to come back in with all of the cobblestone and coarse dirt and make this a lot nicer as well. And I also want to terraform around the building to kind of make this look like a hill of some kind. The only entrance to get into the building is the one right at the front, so it doesn't really matter too much what it looks like back here, but I definitely want to build up a kind of hill or something like that right here, and then put in some more like different types of gravestones. I've got a couple more designs other than this one, so I'm going to be dotting those kind of in this general area, up on some little mounds and things like that to make it just look a whole lot nicer. And it is the middle of the night, so I'm just going to go to bed real quick. Okay, everyone, it does actually seem like I have run out of time for recording today, unfortunately. So we will make this area a lot nicer in the next episode, or just in the next few episodes. Or I may just go ahead and just do it in between episodes. I don't really know. But yeah, I do want to head back into the Nether at some point as well. I really want to find a Nether fortress and some blazes, because I really need the blaze rods to make a brewing stand, as well as just making potions. I really want to get some slow fall potions ready for when I go and fight the end dragon, because they will be super helpful. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching today. If you did like this, please leave me a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!